Alright guys, welcome back. Android 21 is out on both versions. This is an Ultimate Showcase, so defense stats will be showing as usual. Android 21 is a bit of an awkward unit I've found after a little bit of testing. She has a very interesting team in terms of what she leads. Margin Power, Androids and Peppy Gals, which means obviously she's got the ability to introduce LR Bulma to a lot of villain kind of centric teams. The Buu Saga, or the Margin Buu centric team is the one that really interests me. Obviously it's given LR Super Buu his first 200% leader, as she has Transformation Boost, Power Absorption and Crossover as her extra 30% categories. Toa we've brought, obviously being a really good support. She needs 3 dodges total to fully build up. There's 21 there kicking off at 500k defense after her first super. She does have a little bit of support on rotation, obviously, as well. Now, her links are really important to her defense. She has a lot of defense in her links, which is just a massive kind of thing because it's a separate multiplier, the links. Super Buu, the transforming Super Buu, I should say. We brought him along. I haven't really used him enough since he's Easy A, which is very good, by the way. He's going to take a super here. And he doesn't take too much. This isn't the hardest stage. We're obviously versing Super 17 Red Zone. It's not necessarily important what stage that we take on. It's more important to see what they're capable of defensively, seeing as I show those defense stats. Kid Buu is another one that I wanted to kind of bring onto the team as well, just to kind of show off what he's capable of. He needs to take 6 attacks to activate his active skill. Or he needs to be versus a Margin Buu Saga enemy, just flat. We're obviously not versing a Margin Buu Saga enemy, so we're going to leave him in slot 1 there to take, 4 attacks there. Bulma's support will be active because she got 5 orbs. She won't get the additional super unless it's from the hidden potential. She needs 7 orbs to activate the passive one. And then we've got the friend 21 at the end there. Geez, Kid Buu takes a bit of damage there. Type neutral, and he will get a 20% heal at the end of the turn now as well. He needs to perform 4 total attacks. He has 1 additional built into his passive, so he'll guarantee 2 per turn. If he gets the hidden potential, obviously he'll be 3 out of 4 attacks, but he's not. Type advantage sees him take nothing from the physical 17 enemy there. Bulma's obviously just cracking along. She does her thing. Again, it's just another 170 leader for her. Most of her primary teams, in terms of like big time teams, are 170 for her. Very rarely does she have the extra 30%. I think it's Yamcha who is her main 200% leader. The friend is Rainbow, the friend 21. She's kicking off at just, it was 600 odd K. She's just under 800k after an additional super. Now the way 21 works in her base, which we're going to see here, that is the hidden potential super there as the 3rd super, which also activates the 3rd additional in her passive, so it gives her the ability to do 4 attacks, which you see there, cracking a million defense. So just to explain that a little bit more clearly, she has a normal super, obviously. She has a standard built-in additional. She has then an extra part of her passive that says that when she has performed a 3rd attack in battle, she'll perform another attack which has a chance of being a super attack. So in her first appearance, obviously she'll only get the 2 guaranteed. If the hidden potential goes off, that's the 3rd, to then activate the extra one in her passive, therefore being 4 total. Usually speaking, if the hidden potential doesn't go off, it's the 2nd appearance, which is obviously the 3rd attack in battle, therefore having the opportunity to do 4 attacks from the 2nd turn onwards. The 6th super attack, or the 6th attack, I believe it is, Jesus, 10 mil, just under 400, just over 400k defense from Super Buu, who gets his attack dodged, unfortunately. He needs to take 7 attacks to build up his defense completely. But yeah, after the 6th attack from 21, she will do an action break in her base form, just the once. So that's the 3rd attack, that's the 4th from her, so she should do 1 more attack at the very least here. Yeah, it's a normal, unfortunately, because all of her additionals are chances of being a super attack, not guaranteed. And then obviously she gets her 50% dodge chance after supering. A little bit annoying in that sense, but it is what it is. And then Toa there took 200k from a super, which isn't the worst damage in the world, but it is a little bit frustrating. If Kid Buu doesn't kill here, we can get the 6th attack if we move him into slot 1, though I'm not sure if I want to do that. Actually I will, because if I float transforming Boo there. He can meet the LR on the other rotation as he transforms into what I hope is Buhan, depending on what our HP limit is at the time. So this is Kid Boo's third attack. One more to build up, which we should get this turn, I'd imagine. He's at 333k defense. He's got no links active, so there's nothing coming from that. But he does jump up to 4.7. It'd be really interesting to see how he would go if he had like big bad bosses or any defense in his links. Given that it's a separate multiplier, he has, you know, a little bit in every possible multiplier of defense. So he would be significantly better if he had that a few of those links active, because Metamorphosis also provides links. Also provides defense. So this is a fortunate kind of scenario that we've got ourselves in here. We're going to use the active skill with my 21, the 55% 21. Obviously then she'll be able to link with the friend, who we're not going to transform. The only links that won't be active between those two is going to be Scientist from the friend, who is still in base, and then obviously big bad bosses with the 55% 21 will be not active, as you can see there. Super Boo is good to go. He will, unless he takes a bit of damage, he has a part of his passive where he gets an additional 30% attack and defense on Super if he is above 90% when attacking, 90% HP I should say, which won't activate this turn because he just took too much damage there. But he has a fair few hits taken, 661k defense with 14 mil. Obviously 17 absorbs. That was another reason I kind of wanted to bring him into the stage, other than the fact that 17 is also a fused fighter category enemy, which guarantees LR Super Boo's guard. So yeah, very, very good. He's got a weird part of his passive though, however, where, Jesus, 700k defense. I mean, again, she gets a lot of defense in her links. I think it's Brainiacs, Metamorphoses, technically Big Bad Bosses, which isn't active here. 870k defense. That's a 55% 21, by the way. She's very good with what I think is 5 or 7% HP per super, and then obviously extra 121% defense after being hit. So that was actually relatively low, her defense there, given the fact that that extra defense hadn't activated yet. And there's the friend on the second super at 1 million defense already. So yeah, that just goes to show how much of an effect, there's the action break, that links have on 21's defense. Brainiacs, Metamorphosis I should say. What else has she got? Scientist, I'm pretty sure, gives a fair bit of defense, which she'll get with Toa if they're linked together. What are we going to do here? I think I'll put Bulma in slot 1, link her with Toa, and then float Boo, who will hopefully, I mean, if we get to that stage, that'll be turn 9, which I doubt we'll get to. Bulma will get her additional super as well as support on this turn, given that she got 7 orbs. But Kid Boo would provide big bad bosses for the 21 on the other turn if we get to that point. However, the friend 21 will come back onto this turn after being floated last turn, and when that happens, we'll have Bulma's active skill ready to go. So that'll be an interesting turn to see. I mean, Bulma's not going to be looking at her impressive best as we're running her at the moment. She doesn't really have the best linking partners, though Battlefield Diva gives a little bit of dodge chance and some ki, which she will share obviously with Toa there, but also the leaders in both 21s. And Toa's looking very good, honestly. We got we got all of her passive built up from the first turn. Now keep in mind, her dodge chance is only available when she's above 50%, or when we are above 50% HP. So it can be a bit tricky in that sense. It's not the best restriction. I really don't like it too much. It is manageable, but it's also very open to luck turning against you, unfortunately. Kid Boo, just doing the 1 super, hasn't really impressed, but honestly we haven't really put him in too many positions to impress. So, you know, I'd like to take him for a few more showcases to see how he goes with better partners and better focus, and maybe even against a different enemy, so we can activate his active skill. We will use, so we got LR Super Boo linked with LR Buhan. We'll use the active skill with 21, obviously being her second appearance after transforming. We'll get this one. She'll give it everything she has. Her animations are really good. I'm very impressed with how they've adapted animations from, obviously the active skill gets absorbed, being a Ki Blast Super, I'm really impressed with how they've adapted the Fighter Z animations into Dokkan. Obviously, they started it primarily, I guess, with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in a major way during the 7th anniversary. There you go. Look, 6 out of 7 links for Buhan in the middle, 4 out of 7 links for 21 at the end. We're fully built up defensively. However, that is not as much of a jump as you might think, because he has a 4-turn buff of 120%. 850k is not bad though. That obviously has expired this turn. So yeah, he would have had, you know, the full 240% in his passive the previous turns. That had expired this turn. 530k. Obviously his attacks are also absorbed. He has the additional built-in, so he jumps up to 700. So he's up in his defense by about 150k per super, which is pretty good, and considering he's doing over 10 mil damage. Yeah, I really like this transforming Boo. Another unit I wish I would use more, but with every Boo that gets released, really, 21 is going to be, you know, her team's only going to get more and more buffed. 800k defense. She's good. She's good when she wants to be. I mean, she's probably a floater at her best. There's a triple, and she's just under 1 million defense at 55%. There's no support other than Bulma carrying over into this turn, so I think that's very good. Big Bad Bosses, Metamorphosis, Fierce Battle, and Shocking Speed. Oh yeah, Shocking Speed is also another defensive link. So yeah, she gets a lot of it. I think it's upwards of like 55% defense that is possible from her links, depending on what form that she's in. We'll transform with a friend now, who's obviously Rainbow, as you can see on the left-hand side there. We're going to collect orbs with her first, obviously because Bulma's active skill changes the whole field into STR. So if you're not putting Bulma in slot 1, you want to make sure you collect orbs with the slot 1 unit before activating the active skill. So we'll pop that here. So that's a little bit of extra support. Now keep in mind that the way that the support from this active skill is calculated is not the same as the support from her passive. An active skill support has its own multiplier separate to everything else altogether. So it's 17% support from the active skill. It's 37%, pardon me, support from the passive. That doesn't just add up to 54%. It's actually 37% in a passive multiplier, phase 1, and then it's a 17% multiplier completely separately to all that. So we're at 360k before attacking with 21. She's going to get that defensive buff from being hit prior to attacking, so her defense is going to look great. Oh, we dodged, but we got it anyway. And she's got 21% damage reduction as well, so look at that, kicking off at 1 million defense, just under 10 million damage. That's like, when she gets going, she's good, and she'll do another super here, 10 mil, nearly 1.3 mil defense, 1.29. Yeah, she's crazy. But let me know what you reckon, guys. I mean, I know a lot of people may have skipped 21. Let me know if you summoned, obviously, and if you got her. I got her on a real tinny single, which was weird. But let me know what teams you've been running her in, what partners you've been using. I'm very curious to hear what people's thoughts on 21 is. She's been a little bit divisive, I guess, within the community. So I'm keen to hear kind of each individual opinion on her. I think she's pretty good, but I think she's relegated to a supporter for the, to a floating unit for the most part. And keep in mind, she does support Ki, which will probably fly under the radar. DBC Hal, I'll add you as a friend. That was quite a handy unit to have there. But yeah, let me know what you reckon, guys. If you want to chat to me directly, obviously the comment section down below. A like and a subscribe would also help me out greatly. But I have all the other social medias to see down below there. Ko-Fi if you want to donate to support the channel. But Discord, Instagram, X, obviously the comment section below if you want to talk to me directly. I appreciate all you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye now.